Good evening, guys, and happy Monday to all of your sunshiny faces. Guys, I didn't end up getting up super early today. I did get up a little bit earlier, but not insanely early. Like about an hour or two earlier than I think when I've been waking up. But I was able to get pretty much just about everything done today that I planned on. And also to not as much as I would have liked to have gotten done in some aspects, like editing for today too. I only got one vlog edited, which I would have liked to have gotten more, but again, I did spend time too getting to other things. One of the reasons though, I feel like I've been so somewhat at least productive today, because instead of in the mornings, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I've been somewhat like lazy in the mornings because I don't like making myself food for breakfast. So like if I have to make myself like a bagel and cream cheese even, that's almost too much work, like especially for me in the morning. Like having to think out the whole process and finding this stuff, or making avocado toast. Hash browns are the absolute easiest thing for me to possibly make, because I just turn on the oven, take 2 hash browns out of the freezer, throw them on a tray, and then I throw them in the oven for 10 minutes, flip them over, and put them in for another 10 minutes. And it's just so like easy. And in those 10 minutes, and then the other 10 minutes, I normally wind up getting like dishes done. I do that 10 minutes and then I'm pretty much done. Then I do laundry, 10 minutes and I'm done. So in the 20 minutes that it takes my hash browns to cook, I go and get other things done. So that's actually why I was so productive this morning, was able to actually get things done. So like the first 10 minutes though, I didn't do laundry today. That was one thing that I didn't get to, but I got to almost everything yesterday, so that's why I didn't have to, just because I had to wash all Jack's stuff for football. So I ended up making though that chicken that I bought, that whole like frying chicken. I got that and made that for dinner tonight, and I did it in the crock pot this morning. But I ended up doing that for that first 10 minutes I took to like cut up the onions and the celery, put the stuff in there, and then did the seasoning and all that kind of stuff. And then that pretty much 10 minutes was over. Then I ended up doing dishes. So like I said, I didn't get to laundry though, but I got to pretty much all that yesterday. And then I ended up editing. I didn't actually have any vlogs to upload, but I only got to one video to edit, because then I ended up going in the living room and watching Monday night football game with Jack. So I didn't end up getting to a whole ton of editing. And like I said too, I did do laundry yesterday, so that's why I really didn't have to get to too much of it today. But then also too, like I said, we ended up doing for dinner tonight, we did the chicken, and then also too that I bought last week at Jewel, not this past like yesterday, but last week at Jewel, I ended up buying that little like not instant, but like it's like the mashed potatoes sort of like side dish that you can buy. It's like the refrigerated kind, and then you can either just cook it on the stovetop or in the microwave. So we ended up doing that like as the side, just because I got it super cheap, and I got the chicken cheap too. So I paid a little under $5 for the chicken, and it was like $1.50 I think for the like mashed potatoes. So we did the dinner for right around $5 tonight, which was actually pretty good. Like overall it was a pretty good deal. And the cool thing is that I actually have the chicken and the chicken carcass actually left over, so that we can do that for chicken noodle soup. So I might actually do that over this weekend, but I'm gonna freeze the like leftovers, because I don't know if I'm going to do it this weekend, and then two, if I'm not going to have enough of it left over, like if it's not gonna stay good that long. So I think I'm gonna leave it in the fridge for like maybe a day or two, and just let people again pick at anything else that's sort of left on it. And then the bones, you can cook that down and sort of make like a bone broth soup, along with too like the leftover chicken pieces that are left in there too. You can also do that then and just add that as the chicken for the chicken noodle soup. But you cook the, like I said, like the like bones down, not down, but you cook them. You can do them in the slow cooker, and there's like a million recipes. Anyways though, that's how my mom always makes chicken noodle soup, except we don't get whole chickens that often. What she normally does is turkey noodle soup, and she always does that on Thanksgiving. So we always make sure like the day or two following is when she normally winds up making that, and that's like always our like kind of tradition thing that we always wind up doing. It's because we always wind up doing turkey, and then we have turkey noodle soup, except last year I think we didn't get a turkey maybe or something like that, because we went over to my aunt's house, and normally I still buy us a turkey even if we don't, and we'll cook it like the day before Thanksgiving or the day after or whatever. just so that we actually have it, so that we can again do leftovers and all that kind of stuff. Because like, even if we wind up like, because I think my aunt ended up doing just a turkey breast last year, because there was only, well, me and my one cousin that were there don't actually eat meat. It was my aunt and uncle who hosted, and then my aunt's mom, my other aunt, and then I think my family, which was, again, I don't eat meat, so it was only 4, so it was, I think, 7 people in total maybe that were actually eating meat. And so she just ended up doing, like I said, like a chicken breast, I think, and so there wasn't like a huge ton of leftovers. I think we did take some home, but you know, there was also like other sides and stuff like that too. But normally we wind up again doing like turkey sandwiches, and also to you know, like I was saying, turkey noodle soup afterwards. So even if we do wind up going over to somebody's house on Thanksgiving, we still wind up, a lot of times I will still wind up getting a turkey. So anyway, yeah, like I said, we ended up doing that though with the chicken a lot of times too, if I do wind up getting a whole chicken. But I haven't been able to do that recently because we haven't gotten a good deal on chicken. And so this week Valley Produce had that good deal on chicken breast, and also too on the chicken, the whole chicken. So that was also, like I said, really good. But it's funny though, because my mom normally didn't make chicken noodle soup like that a lot. She would always make turkey noodle soup, but I very rarely remember her doing chicken noodle soup. I started doing that because I would get deals and get a lot of the chicken, like the whole chicken. So I would wind up doing like chicken noodle soup that way. And like I said, she would do turkey noodle soup, which is basically the same thing. It's just with turkey instead of chicken. So slight difference in taste, but for the most part, it's pretty much the same. So anyways, that's what we ended up doing though for dinner tonight. But speaking of Thanksgiving, Jack even brought this up too. He was like, you know what, I took the dogs out today and I can just smell, it smells cold outside. Like the leaves still haven't really even fallen from the trees. It doesn't feel like that much, and even still, we don't have any trees on our property, so it's not completely like fall smell outside yet, but it is, like, I've noticed that too, and it's kind of starting to feel and smell a little bit like fall outside. But like even Jack brought that up, and it's funny that I'm bringing up Thanksgiving stuff already, but it's almost like we do have to start looking and paying attention to that. Like, I am so hanging on to and clinging on to this last year of football for Jack that I'm like, oh my goodness, there's only 3 games left. But like, yeah, we're like almost, you know, we're into October already, and you know, it definitely is. It's the cold season now, finally. We haven't gotten our fall decorations down either, which we have to go and do. And then we can hopefully get through and organize some of that fall stuff that's up in the attic, and just all of our decorations in general, because we got through cleaning, I'd say, 80% of the attic. The biggest part that's not finished is all of the decorations, and right now they're all in one corner of the attic, and most of the stuff is all organized in bins, but I think that it just needs a general overhaul, that we need to go through all that stuff and just like redo it, sort of. So anyways, that is one thing that, like I said, I'm looking forward to very soon, is to start decorating for fall and Halloween and everything like that. Because I know like some people start decorating like even in September, and I feel like I actually kind of wanted to start a little bit earlier, but normally we wind up leaving all of our decorations up at least until Thanksgiving, and normally the weekend after Thanksgiving is when we take them down and move into all of our Christmas stuff. But my mom does not like, and she has never been one of those people that is like, oh, Halloween's over, okay, we just move straight on to Christmas. Like, and especially too, I feel like here, like I was telling you guys before, like in the Midwest, it's like if it is still warm out, at least like fall weather out, we cling to that. We don't like, a lot of people don't like to move into winter because that encourages snow, and we don't want that. So you know, as long as we can kind of hold out and still have the fall weather around, I think that, like I said, a lot of people around here are more into that. And again too, we don't have that many people really that in our neighborhood that like put Christmas lights up, like, you know, as soon as like Halloween's over. But I see all these other people, like, you know, as soon as it, like, even September, people are like already like Christmas pajamas and starting to listen to Christmas music and stuff like that. I'm like, whoa, slow down. Like, we're still trying to hold on to the warm weather here. Like, you know, that is us. Like, we want to have the, like I said, even if it's fall and it's not insanely warm, but still we want to try and stay as far away from encouraging the snow as possible. So that's why, again, and especially like my mom, and I feel like my family too, because my birthday was always so close to Thanksgiving. My mom also always hosted Thanksgiving a lot, and so she really loved decorating for Thanksgiving, and she loves fall decor. And my mom honestly does an insane, like, I don't know, Christmas, just because we have to put the tree up and there's like so much big stuff to put up for Christmas. I feel like fall is like the perfect amount of like, you can just decorate the mantle just a little bit to give it that little spice of like fall. And like, again, there's like little things that you can do to just kind of make the space feel sort of like fall. With Christmas, it looks like a lot of times Christmas is just thrown up in the house. Like there's stuff everywhere. Like overboard decorations sometimes, whereas like fall, it just feels like there's like a little sprinkle of like decor in places and stuff like that. And so I feel like that's too like what my mom likes and really likes to decorate for fall. And so again, while I love Christmas and I love Christmas decorations and all that kind of stuff, I do feel like fall is just a little bit of like, it's like a subtle kind of, you know, like decoration, which I think is really fun and really cool. And I think, like I said, that's what my mom likes to do. So that's why, you know, like she was always like big into like making sure like our Christmas decorations never came up before Thanksgiving. And I feel like it, like I said, is kind of weird because then you just like jump ahead so far. Like as soon as Halloween is over, like some people even decorate for like Christmas before Halloween. It's like, that is way too far in advance for me. I'm sorry. But fall is definitely here. It feels like it. It smells like it. It feels like it. It's time to get, like I said, some of those decorations out soon too. So anyways, guys, I will see you all in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give the big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love it if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye, guys.